My talk today is very short, just 3 minutes inshallah. But this is something to remember. So when you remember me, remember my talk today. Today I'll talk about the spring. The spring. So how many of you like fruits and vegetables? Raise your hand. That's almost everyone. Okay. I grew up on a farm in Egypt. I spoke about this in the khutbah. And I said we had many animals in the farm. More animals than the Toronto Zoo. Remember this, right? Okay. We also had lots of fruits and vegetables in our farm. I still have a farm in Egypt. So we have our house, and the farm, and there's the Nile River behind, right? So when I was young, we had all these fruit trees in our farm. We had mangoes, bananas, guavas, grapes, pomegranates, and some others. Plus the vegetables, right? The peppers, tomatoes, corn, many other things. So of course, we had all these things. I used to eat from them, the fruits and vegetables. Then I came here, and we go to the store all the time and buy the fruits and vegetables from the store. Some come from Mexico, some come from Latin America, some come from the US, and some come from China. But what I have noticed, they don't taste the same. Why? Because when I was in the village, I used to eat from the fruits of our own trees. We used to plant them, we used to take care of them, right? So they tasted different. They were sweeter. We know that we didn't use chemicals. Only Allah knows what kind of chemicals and stuff they put for these trees and all these fruits and vegetables. Some say organic, but I don't buy that, you know. There's nothing that is 100% organic, right? There's all this pollution, all the chemicals and all that stuff. You can't trust all that stuff. And this is why when you go to the store and you buy grapes, each grape is like a watermelon, you know something is wrong. Grapes don't look like this normally, right? So if something is bigger than its normal size, you know they use something to make them bigger. Also in the materialistic world we live in, people like to make a lot of profit in a very small period of time, so they don't mind use different things, chemicals, so the fruits and vegetables will look better, they become bigger, and so on and so forth. And even with the chicken, man, the chicken, right? On average, a chicken takes several months before they become mature and you know, they become good to eat. But in this case, what I've read in some studies, it's about a month from the time they hatch till they're on your plate or McDonald's. It means they do something super wicked, evil to make them like grow fast so they can make profit. Doesn't matter how these chicken are treated, it doesn't matter what they feed them, as long as they gain weight and meat and so on and so forth. And I've seen some videos, leaked videos, where they inject them with things and stuff to make them bigger. The point is, if you have a backyard, make sure in the month of April you buy some plants from the store. Go to Walmart, they have a section in the back. Go to Canadian Tire, they have a section in the back, they sell plants. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, you name it. Buy some plants. So buy a tomato plant and put it in the backyard. This is your own plant. I remember when I was in Edmonton, we had, alhamdulillah, a backyard in our house. I got like 10 tomato trees, and we got 5 cucumbers, and we got like 5 squash trees, and some others. And we planted apples and cherries and pears in the backyard. It was big, alhamdulillah. So my neighbors were Muslim. So I used to take some of the produce because, subhanAllah, the cucumbers over there, like, subhanAllah, crazy. You take the cucumbers today, you go next day, you see many cucumbers there, big cucumbers. Natural, organic, we didn't put any chemicals, right? So I used to give my neighbors, we used to eat, we used to put some in the masjid, and we're thinking about sending some to China, because so many fruits and vegetables from just a few trees in our backyard, right? So this is something you should do, inshallah. Consider, talk to your family, plant some trees in your backyard. Even if you don't have a backyard, you live in a townhouse, you don't have a backyard, you still can get a pot, and you can get strawberry trees or peppers. They don't take a lot of space. Put them in your balcony or next to the window. If they get some sunshine, you'll be able to take some produce from that. I'm going to conclude with a hadith from the Prophet ﷺ. He said, مَا أَكَلَ أَحَدٌ طَعَامًا خَيْرٌ مِنْ أَنْ يَأْكُلَ مِنْ عَمَلِ يَدِهِ وَإِنَّ نَبِيَ اللَّهِ دَاوُودَ كَانَ يَأْكُلُ مِنْ عَمَلِ يَدِهِ. No one will eat any fruit or produce better than the one that you plant your own, from the fruit of your own labor. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Dawood alayhi salam used to eat from the fruit of his labor. And the Prophet ﷺ said, if you plant a tree, a fruit tree, I'm not so happy when people surround their houses, backyard, front yard, with maple trees and all that stuff. They produce nothing, right? Plant an apple tree, a cherry tree. Put fruits and vegetables around you, right? People can eat from the fruits, the shade, the good air, and so on and so forth. So this is something to consider, inshallah. And the Prophet ﷺ said, even if animals eat from your trees, you still get the reward. Some of you have some evil squirrels in the backyard, they always eat your fruits. It happens, right? You still get the reward, inshallah. So think about it. The sweetest fruits and vegetables you can eat are the ones that you plant yourself. These are your own trees, and make sure, inshallah, you plant some trees in this month. This is the month to plant most of the trees, and take some for your family, give some to your neighbors, Muslims, non-Muslims, it doesn't really matter. Be good to everyone. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum. See you tomorrow. Thank you.